How's it going, everybody? My name is Jim, and welcome to FSD Driver. Today we're driving an FSD 12.6.4 on a Hardware 3 Model Y. Now, this drive took a long time to actually post. The reason is because I have not had a zero intervention drive for so long. I finally found one. So this is actually hours and hours of footage, and I actually got a drive that had zero interventions, but I've been unable to create this. So this software version for Hardware 3 cars has been out for about 3 months now, and it's just been getting worse and worse. And I wanted to talk about the experience that I've had with Hardware 3 and the experience that you might have if you allow others to, test out the car, or maybe you bought a used Tesla and you're like, hey, what is this FSD about? It's not a great experience on Hardware 3 in 2025 anymore. There's lots of bugs. There's three things that really destroy the experience. It's broken down into this: the confidence of the car. So the car has an issue on the highway where it will not commit to the lane change. It will put its blinker on, it will not turn into the right hand lane, it will ignore HOV signs, express lane, even if you check those off. It never commits. So my car does that all the time. It will turn on its right hand blinker to move over, and then it will just kind of swerve over slightly and then go back into its lane. This happens to a lot of people. The other thing that my car does on this software version is it will go through red lights. Now, this isn't like it's blasting through red lights. It always stops at red lights, but what's been happening now is it's been stopping, and as long as I'm the lead car, there's no one else in front of me, the car will then, after it stops for a while, wait, and then it will accelerate even though the light is still red, which tells me that there's a huge issue. Now, it doesn't blast you out through acceleration, it's just a gradual roll to acceleration. And so I constantly am paying attention, and I just tap the brake, brakes it out FSD, the car stops, there's no problem. But it is a major issue. Why is the car deciding to go on red lights while it's stopped at a red light? It makes no sense to me. So that is one of those problems. The third problem is green light intersections. So intersections in general just seem to be a problem right now with this software version. But if you have a green light intersection, it's solid green, you're driving at a normal pace, the car will stutter, it will slow down, it will brake, it doesn't know what to do. It will be a nightmare basically for your backseat people. I've had people complain, say they feel nauseous because the inconsistency of, like, it's braking, it's slowing down, then it's going, then it's not going. And it's like none of this happened on software version 12.3.6. Like none of this was an issue at all on that version. But now that we're on 12.6.4, all it is more issues, more issues, more issues. And it's almost like I'm babying the car or paying monthly for the car to basically be babysat by me so it actually behaves. So I've actually been driving my car more manual now because it is such an annoyance to drive in FSD all the time. And even in traffic jams, this car will do some weird maneuvers to get around like parked cars. And I'm like, but I need to be in this lane to turn on the exit that's going to be here in point two. And now it sees that the traffic in the left hand lane is going a little faster. So it will try to like maneuver as fast as it can to that lane, but it doesn't make any sense. So there's all these like little weird things that have been going on. Now, all I do is drive in hurry mode. I don't use any of the other modes. I don't feel like there should be any other modes. It should just always be on hurry or normal. I don't think they should give you the option. That's my opinion, probably unpopular. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is customer loyalty and Tesla in general here. So I am not a political person. I could care less what party Elon supports. I don't care if Trump wins, he loses. Like, I don't care about any of that stuff. But what I do care about is the Tesla customer loyalty and the transparency. And there is no transparency with this company. We were promised hardware 3 to hardware 4. There's no timeline, there's no conversation. How much is it going to cost? When is it going to start? Tesla doesn't announce anything, they don't put anything out, they're not transparent with their customers. And that brings me to this topic. Customer loyalty. I have been losing customer loyalty with Tesla for a long time, and it all started after this software version and when hardware 4 came out. And a lot of people are going to say, don't complain. In fact, I do complain about this a lot, and people say, well, here's your solution. Go buy a hardware 4 car. Well, that's not a solution. That's like telling somebody in a country that maybe is under war, you know what, just pack up your life. I know you've lived there the whole time. It's just not working the way you thought it would. Just pack up and get out of there. Like, that's not a solution. Or, hey, your house keeps getting robbed. Just sell your house and move. Like, that's not a solution, right? That's not the right solution. So, I think Tesla needs to be more transparent. Now, right now, as we look, I think it's June 9th, 2025. EVs only make up like 7% of the entire US market. So they already have a problem with brand loyalty. They do have a political problem. They're not getting new customers. Sales are down year by year. And now you're going to screw everybody who basically paid and believed in this company and were promised things and then put their money behind that promise. And you're going to screw all those people who have supported Tesla. 1.5 owners, 2 owners, 2.5, 3 owners. All of these people, you're going to say, just forget about everything that happened. Forget about the 12, 16,000, 8,000 you spent on FSD. Go get another car. Maybe we'll do a transfer if you buy it at a certain date, a certain time. These are not solutions, and this is not how you maintain customer loyalty. And that is what really bothers me, both as a customer and a shareholder of Tesla stock. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. A lot of topics that I covered here, but it is just really frustrating to drive this version of FSD and it getting worse and worse with every minor bug fix that's out there. It's almost like they're crippling the system so nobody uses it anymore on hardware 3 vehicles.